Are they oral or written exams?
They're all written exams. So you would have to study a lot. Whatever you have been taught, you have to know them all. Yeah.
Hi guys, today I'm here in Dresden with my friend and we are in Technical University of Dresden. How do I call you? Luiza Dreams?
My birth name in Vietnam is Chang, and I also go by another name is Luiza on YouTube because I'm a YouTuber.
Hi! Today we're going to tell you a bit about the school and also what Luiza is studying. So how long have you been studying here in TU?
I've been studying here for 2 years.
And how do you like it here?
I really like it here. I remember being so excited. Like the first time I went to the uni and attend the events for newcomers, for ASTs, I was so excited. I really like this uni.
And why did you choose this uni? What attracted you to the uni?
The reason I choose this uni is not actually the uni itself, it's because of the city.
Okay, so the uni is not special.
I'm not going to say that the uni is not special. It's ranked among the 11 excellent universities of Germany.
Germany?
Yeah, you can Google that.
This ranking keeps changing every day, so what are the chances that it's still going to be there?
I think the ranking will change every year. The last time I checked it, which was last year or something, it was still among the 11. So. But back to the subject. I went to Dresden for Christmas on 2018, and I was really fascinated by the city. I really love the city, so I thought I have to have a chance to study here no matter what. And so I was like fixed on the city, Dresden, and I looked for the chances to study here. And I looked at the uni. They have a media course, which was like one of my favorite courses to study. I'm studying media.
Okay, just media? I thought it's communication.
Well, there's media and there is communication. They're kind of separate here. But media in the TU Dresden is pretty heavily, it's a mix between communication and journalism.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the main focus of the subject of the course?
It's more of journalism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we study a lot about like the press. Then we also have some kind of theories on communication. It's quite broad. It means a lot of things. Technically, everything that carries a message is media. Like a book, maybe a video like we're making here, it is also media. But media can also be like a newspaper. The internet is also media, like social media, Facebook, something we all carry messages. We're in the bachelor years, so we don't actually have a focus. In our years, we mainly just study the very fundamentals of communications, the theories. So it's a message, when we usually call it Botschaft.
Okay, yeah, that's the message. Yeah, the main message
is usually divided into like four levels.
Okay.
Like the level of the speaker, the level of the level of the transmitter, the level of the receiver, the level of meaning, and the level of like the means of communication, something like that.
Okay.
And we just we dig deeper into each level. That is like one part of what we study. The other one, we also study the laws of media in Germany.
The laws of media in Germany.
Yeah, that's also a topic.
Before now I didn't really think about media studies like this.
I don't think it's offered in many universities as well.
Right.
Many universities is like publicistic.
Public
relations, stuff like that.
Okay.
Or just mainly journalism.
Okay.
Or mainly communication, and communication can mean a lot of things, and you will have to study like very broad things again.
This is really interesting, trust me, because before now I had no idea. It's making a lot of sense now. This is kind of, that's new to me. These days when I hear media, the first thing that comes to mind is social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it makes a lot of sense. And why did you choose the study program?
I think it's because it's very new and it's very up to date to like the development of today's society.
Okay.
Like the term social media has become like one of the subjects that we study also in the uni. I think it's important already.
Okay.
Yeah, and we also have a lot of chance for jobs, I think.
Yeah.
As young people.
And what do you think the focus is going to be for you in the future?
I'm actually heading towards the marketing side, because marketing is also kind of communicating the brand to the public, how the public would perceive the brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the prerequisite for this study program?
Actually, for this study program, it's in German, so you have to have like a German degree, a certificate. Not really a degree.
A German degree.
That's like for
What level?
I think it's at least B2, C1.
Okay.
Like before entering this course, you will have to finish the Studienkolleg, which is the preparatory course for foreign students. And like your overall grade must be lower than 2.3, I think.
2.3, that's really high. Yeah?
I think that's normal.
2.3.
Yeah, 2.3.
Yeah, I mean it's normal, but it's also like high grade.
Yeah, so I think because the course is in German and it involves a lot of researching, so you have to have like really good German knowledge. So that's why they set the score that high.
Yeah, I think so too. Are there many international students studying this program?
I haven't seen lots of them. Mostly are German, but I think in our year in 2019, there were about 10 among maybe 200.
Okay, maybe. 200 students. Yeah. Okay. It's hard for me to imagine that because I didn't do my bachelor's here. So, like for my master's, there were just 20 of us. 20 people. So we're compared to 200.
Yeah, maybe I got mixed up with the numbers because I'm not really good with numbers. I remember I was so overwhelmed at the welcoming event. There were so many people, and I just couldn't know who belonged to which faculty. I thought everyone belonged to my faculty, and then not everyone would follow the course until the end. Many would change the subjects.
Change the subject. Some just drop out. Some just go chill for like 2 years and come back and continue from where they stopped. Yeah. And how long is the study program? 3 years, right?
Yeah, it's normally 3 years, 6 semesters.
Okay, I'd like you to walk me through the study program, like from the beginning to the end. Like, what are the major course content? You already mentioned the duration is 3 years. But what are like the main focus, the major subject one has to take? And then other things like internship that students have to do, and then the bachelor's thesis, and also like how does it go? Like what can someone who wants to study this program imagine?
And then I would have to lead you through a lot of stuff, so
so listen carefully.
Okay, so like the name of the course is Media Studies, so it involves a lot of in German we would call it Forschung. It's like research and stuff. Okay. So you don't just study media, you study how to study as well. In the first semester you will study not only the fundamentals of communication but also the fundamentals of like how to do research, how to cite the literature, how to look for literature, and like what are the sites that are popular that are used in the TU Dresden, how to analyze data, because you will have to make surveys, like social surveys. Yeah, we also have to study how to do that. What are the variables that are needed? A little bit of statistics. Okay. I think in the 1.5 first year, you will study mainly theories. Okay. You will go to the lecture halls and listen to stuff, but then in the last half of the course, you will mainly attend seminars where you will be given a theme, a topic, and then we will have to seek out a specific phenomenon maybe in the society to look for, and how to look for newspapers, articles that are related to it, and just analyzing these articles. Okay. Yeah. And when you do this kind of analysis, what do you expect? What do you look forward to? I would say I would look forward to finding these the values. These values, the indicators of these values. Like one of the values is meaning, but I think with the social sciences there is no exact answer for anything. Like everyone's perceived things differently. It's different. Okay. But the thing is, you have to explain it in a way that makes sense. In a way that makes sense. You have to persuade the teachers that what I think is this, and I think I'm not wrong. To have a reasonable argument, I'd say. I think so, yeah. And then how does it continue? So after this part? Yeah, then comes the internship, like you mentioned before. Okay. The internship is, it has to be minimal 6 weeks. So many people would maybe take a semester break to just focus intentionally on the internship. Yeah. Okay. And what are the kind of places that you can do your internship? You had one, right? Yeah, I had one. So I had my internship earlier this year, but the thing was, I applied in many of the publishers in Dresden because, media in TU Dresden is mainly journalism based. But the thing is, Dresden was in lockdown at that time, so not many publishers are allowed to work present. So they just introduced me to another place that is smaller, more private, but he was allowed to work with another person. Okay. So, I worked there as his assistant. Okay. In media branch. Yeah, for 6 weeks. My employer, he was like a freelance musician. He makes music based on poems from popular authors in Germany in general. I assist him in finding literature, like reading for reviews, and then I also will go with him to the audio production. Yes, I can also took part in that. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Yeah, I also sent emails to other publishers around the area to make the bookstores, the publishers know about his work so that they will buy it.
What semester are you now?
I'm in the fifth semester.
Fifth semester. So you have 1 more semester to go after this, right?
Yeah, theoretically. Theoretically.
And then you're going to do your thesis.
Yeah? The last semester is normally about the thesis. I haven't looked it up yet because I still have some more subjects to go.
Okay.
I'm not really finished with all the subjects.
Okay. And tell me, how are the exams like for this media studies? Would you say they're difficult? I mean, I guess it depends on the student, right?
Yeah. It depends on the student.
But generally, how would you say, like, what kind of questions do they ask in the examinations? Are they oral or written exams?
They're all written exams. So
written exams.
There are no orals, so you would have to study a lot. Whatever you have been taught, you have to know them all. Yeah. It's a written, there are written questions, so that you can freely express what you think as long as it's convincing.
Okay, but are there like standard answers to some of the exam questions now?
There are also standard questions, but there are more of them when you are like in a present written exam. Okay. Most of our exams were online exams, so they were all like open book.
And is it like the case that previous students, they have past questions that new students could rehearse and prepare for the examination? Is this also applicable to you guys?
Not really. Maybe that happens, but not in our social faculty. I guess in mathematics subjects, or maybe other like natural science subjects, people would review the past tests.
Okay. And this study program, is it also available at the master's level?
I'm not really sure if it's available in TU Dresden. I think in master you will have to go into a more specific orientation. Okay.
Before we run it up, so just let's recap again. I think the main focus for me here is to understand what someone who studies media here, for example, can expect to do in the future. What are the different directions that they could go?
You can go to the journalism branch. You can go to maybe the media production and TV production, things like that. Or you can do as marketing, like me. And you can also work on social media, like you can be an influencer, like me, partly.
You are an influencer.
Partly. I influence people to study German. That's kind of true. There are many ways that you can go, but I think the study course here in TU Dresden, especially in bachelor, it's like really broad. So you will have to educate yourself a lot in order to like make a career out of it.
So what would you advise someone who wants to study this program here? Not just here in TU, but generally in Germany, for like an international student who's thinking about studying media, what would you recommend to them? What would you say to them?
I would say read the subject's description. Read all of the subject description carefully. Maybe use Google Translate if you have to. It really tells you what to be expected in each subject, because like in each university is different. I know someone who also studied media in Mainz, like near Frankfurt, but her courses are very different from mine.
Yeah, so basically to check the course content and be sure this is actually what you want.
Yeah. Because media is also a really new field. Many universities have different expectations, imagination about it, so they organize their courses differently. Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much for that. That was quite insightful, and I also learned a lot from it. And I hope this was also valuable to you. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.